Good day. You know, the media elite, they seem to think that only they should report the news. Only they are educated and competent to report the news. And they hate guys like us who do it. How hard can it be? You just report the news, right? And they have a problem with this, reporting the news. Yesterday I was watching the TV news here in Sweden. And in the meantime, there were riots in France. So what did they talk about? They talked about batteries. This was the first story of the news show. It was like 6-7 minutes long. And it was this: if you put batteries in a plastic bag, it might turn into flames. And they interviewed a guy, an old guy. They sent camera crew to this old guy somewhere in Sweden, and he had this problem. Yeah, his closet started to burn. So that's what they talked about. We have the same problem with the political elite, I think. They seem to think that only they can decide what's good for Sweden. And normal people, plumbers or nurses or teachers, they should just basically shut up. And they are also doing a very, very poor job. So all these guys should be removed, replaced. Yeah. And we have a good example of how poorly they are doing their jobs in Malmö. Malmö is a town in Sweden. It's the shithole of Sweden. There's no competition. It's just awful. Yeah. And the rich parts of Sweden are sending money to Malmö, a lot of money every year, just to support this town, or they would just go bankrupt. They wouldn't make it unless it was for the other parts of Sweden. And this town has been run by the socialists forever, and they are very proud of themselves. Yeah, it's despicable. Makes me sick. And here's an example of how bad Malmö is. And this is about Spain. There's the southern coastline of Spain. It's called Costa del Sol, the sun coast. You will find places like Malaga and Marbella, popular destinations for Swedes, for instance. They go there on vacation. But also criminals like to go there from Malmö. And this is creating some huge problems for Spain. Yeah. So the reason they go there is that these port towns along this coastline are used for drug imports into Europe, cocaine from South America and hashish from North Africa, for instance. So these guys go there, and in the last year there's been a wave of violence along this coastline caused by Swedes. Yeah, these are basically Swedish criminals from Malmö, and you can call them Swedes if you want. Alright, so the media, the Spanish media, they are referring to these guys as Los Suecos, the Swedes. Yes. There's a criminal group from Malmö that are behind at least 2 ordered killings lately and 2 bombs. They have arrested 9 people. 7 are still in custody. 6 of them are from Malmö. Yes. And there's another man who is on the run from the police. And he's believed to have been the main target in connection with the triple murder in Malmö in June. And this guy has got a leading role in a drug network that smuggled hundreds of kilograms of cannabis into Sweden. Yeah. So people with connections, there's a lot of people with connections to this criminal group that go to the Sun Coast to do business, to do their jobs. And, you know, they go to this coastline and they also go to Morocco. Yeah. And one of them, you know, they arrested one of them and he was wearing a watch. These guys live in luxury in Spain. And he's got a watch that was worth 250,000 euro. Right, so that's how good our Swedish politicians in Malmö are, or in general. Alright, that's all. Bye.